Today we're going to talk about scroll saw safety. Now, first thing you'll notice is that I'm wearing my safety glasses. And we also want to be aware of that things that can get caught on our machine. So things like hair, clothing, and jewelry. So make sure if you got longer hair, tie it back. Jewelry might need to be removed. And then also being aware of any clothing that can get caught as well. So on our machine here, let's zoom in. First thing we're going to look at is we have our on-off switch on the right here. We also have a dial just to the left, which we can adjust the speed of our scroll saw. What we can do, if we were to turn this on, and we turn the dial all the way to the left, it goes at a slow speed. Turn it to the right, and it goes at a fast speed. And I'm just going to leave the machine at a medium speed for now. Now, when using this machine, we can use a slow speed for some thinner material, but if we're using something thicker like this, we may have to use a faster speed to make the cut correctly. Now, few main rules we need to be aware of when using this machine. One is to make sure our hands are always outside the guard area. We also need to make sure that our hands are never in line with the blade. We also want to make sure if we have any scrap pieces sitting on our table, we're not using our fingers to remove it out of the way. We're just going to use a scrap piece of wood to remove it. And lastly, if the blade ever breaks, we're going to make sure to turn the machine off first and then tell the teacher. So let's make a cut here. And what I want you to do is watch where I place my hands and where I move them as I make a cut. Now again, if we have any scrap pieces sitting on the table there, we want to make sure to remove that with another scrap piece of wood. So just move it out of the way. That way our hand never goes near the blade and we can remove our material. Now what you should have noticed as I was making my cut, I had to continually move my hands to put them in a safe place, always making sure it's outside the guard and never in line with the blade. Now as you're making cuts here, we talked about if the blade were to ever break, you'd have to turn it off and then tell the teacher. Now the blade can break sometimes if the blade's not set properly. It can also break if you start to turn too sharp. So this can happen. It does happen quite often. If it does happen, it's no biggie. Just turn the machine off and then go and tell the teacher. If you have any other questions about using the scroll saw, make sure to go and talk to Mr. Hefner.